tonight is wet burrito night. I'm making wet burritos. Probably not in this big of a pan.
It'd be nice.
Well, you know, I mean, you always do that, pan. I just assumed.
Big is not always better.
Not always.
Okay. I'm going to use my favorite pan, which is the one that's been welded back together and fixed. Owen is working on getting some music together. Whew. I heard the stove light. Ooh. Maybe we're going to put some heat on that thing.
Combust.
Well, it doesn't.
There.
It kind of didn't have a lot of
Ooh.
oomph left in the bottle there. There was not a lot of, you know, it's kind of limp.
Morning. Morning, Kevin.
All right. Sound check, Kevin.
Another Friday night.
There we go.
There's the music.
So I lucked out this week, and on sale was hot pork sausage.
Sounds good.
So we're gonna have burritos that are pork and bean burritos.
Pork and bean.
Pork and bean.
Yes. No. Oh.
And like any other Friday night, somebody took my knife.
I have it, and I'm almost done with it. You can have it back.
I got another one here. We'll sharpen this one up
Sharpen
real quick.
that one. There you go. You can never have too many sharp knives, right?
Don't know about that.
He's gonna be mad at me that I said that because I never sharpen the knives. As much as he'd like me to, I just.
Yeah, the correct terminology for that comment would have been, you can never have a sharp knife.
Right.
That self-fulfilling
Okay.
Screams in agony.
Here's
Yeah.
one thing. Sharp knife. Don't hurt when you cut yourself.
Don't like.
Katie's in charge of slicing and
Good
dicing
morning, Dylan.
and cutting. Hi, Dylan.
Sharp screwdriver. Don't hurt when you cut yourself.
Tell us who you said.
Oh, am I cutting up your veggies for your pan too?
Yeah.
Oh, I was just cutting up the toppings right here for like after.
Oh, you're not getting out that easy.
Aw. Well, that's why I have your sharp knife then.
What's up, outlaw?
Hey guys.
I said that. Kevin said that today. So I'm laughing.
Yeah.
What's up, outlaw?
There you go. I'm just gonna dice this up real quick, and then I'll get on your veggies over there.
Okay. Okay. Grab my Chop-O-Matic here. Have the Chop-O-Matic.
I cleaned the inside of that out. It was funny. Good evening, Kathy. Oh, and Roberta says evening.
Hey guys. It is a beautiful evening. Glad you could join us. I gotta get you
The old lady
Okay.
is here. Insulted.
Aww.
I'm going to try not to chop loudly.
Yeah, because we got both microphones right next to it now. I'm gonna chop up your stuff here.
Good. So hot pork sausage. And then some, I guess, a whole green pepper's going in here.
Happy delayed
3
birthday,
jalapenos.
Roberta.
3 jalapenos. And an onion. Well, maybe half an onion.
Half an onion.
Half an
Happy
onion.
delayed birthday, John. Again, from Kathy this time.
If that's from a Facebook thing.
Everyone say happy birthday to the new senior citizen.
I don't like that one.
What the hell? You guys missed it by 6 months.
Yeah. I'm wondering, because I wished Roberta had birthday on Facebook. I thought I'd seen a post that said it was Roberta's belated birthday. So I don't know.
No.
We don't do Facebook very.
I feel like
Huh?
you guys are picking on me.
Oh, I don't know. We're so lost.
Facebook started. You know when you start Facebook?
It's pretty bad.
Oh.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Is today the channel's birthday?
On Facebook.
On Facebook.
It's been
Okay.
a year.
Yeah.
I'm like, it's so bad that we're out of touch with our own thing going on
I know,
right
I
now.
was in touch with it.
I'm in
Oh,
touch with the scan opener.
Good. There, sorry. Totally missed that one.
Maybe. Is it gonna poke a hole in it, or is it just gonna make it do circles?
You're supposed to poke the hole in it before you start turning it. Just so you know.
Whatever.
Do you want to trade? You want to trade jobs?
No. Sooner or later, it'll work its way through. That's my assumption. There it goes.
Oh, there it goes. Oh, well, jalapenos. Everything comes in threes here.
Oh, that was the beans. Perfect.
There's some more ends for your thing over there.
Oh, I just cut the finger. Not the thing
I'll cut that one a little close. That's got to go over there too.
Be nice, Kevin.
Okay.
Okay, well, jalapenos, there you go. No burning eyes yet. Nobody touched their fingers to their eyes.
As
tonight.
you wipe the knife off with your finger.
Right.
Kevin, I am being nice.
Okay.
Anyway.
Well, this week I've been organizing upholstery stuff, actually. Kind of working on boat stuff indirectly.
Here's tomato. Do I want to drain the juice off tomatoes?
Yeah.
Just leave them in
Yeah.
their juice.
Yeah, no,
That
you
ain't
want
fair.
Oh, you can do it like that?
Yeah.
I'm gonna do it like that.
Here's some more, Abby,
Yeah.
for your thing over there. You just want half the onion? You said half.
Yeah, in the meat.
Oh, you do it.
No, you won't. I'm gonna cut it up for the top.
Right.
Did you get cheese?
No. What?
Okay, have enchiladas without cheese.
Because these are not bean and cheese enchiladas. These are pork and bean enchiladas. Or burritos.
No cheese on top.
Yeah, but don't you usually put cheese and lettuce and sauce on top of them?
Well,
Not tonight.
not tonight, it would seem.
Oh, and I hear you haven't fallen off the face of the earth yet.
Yeah,
They're on spring break.
yeah, not yet.
All right, there's all your stuff here.
Okay. Cajun seasoning.
Oh, I have it.
Okay, Abby, you are in my seat. Oh, scoot over. Because I got to cut up the rest of the onion here once he empties his cutting board.
You'll need one.
For what?
I said it.
Go put those away, like I asked
Instead
you
of
for the
taco
third time.
seasoning, we're using Cajun seasoning tonight. And
Okay.
our beans are all brown now.
Ooh, nice.
So here goes. There we go.
Cut up the rest of the onion for. I'll throw some on top
Just gonna
for some crunch.
cook down the onions a little bit. There we go.
I'm making a mess of my onion.
Are you?
No, fighting with it for a hot second.
Well, I got one more can to open. the enchilada sauce. Because
There.
these are going to be wet burritos tonight.
Meat?
Very wet.
Oh,
The Valiant is dusty.
I know.
You're gonna need a bigger pan.
Hey, Nate, I had the big pan out tonight. He said, no, I want the smaller pan.
I'm back. I had a malfunction.
all
Rem
right.
says hi, everyone.
Hi, Rem.
Bye.
There we go. Enchilada sauce. Heating
My
up.
favorite.
That kind of reminds me.
Hi, Rem.
I want to say hi to Jake and Daisy and
There's Ren, there's Jake, there's.
I like how that just stalled right there.
totally cannot. I'm so
Jake.
sorry.
Fourth one?
Yeah.
Yeah, which one don't you like, huh? Which one is this? Which one
That's
do you pick
not
on?
true.
Did I hear Daisy in there?
Yeah,
All right.
Yeah, Ren, Jake, Daisy, and.
the tall one. Help us.
Okay.
All three of you, not one of you.
Honestly, all I could remember was Ren
Hi.
and Jake because Jake from State Farm and Ren.
Jake
my
from
gosh.
State Farm.
James, guys.
Only way.
Yeah,
James.
James.
I'm sorry.
It's James.
It was there.
James, comments.
Hi, James and Daisy and Jake. And
Where's Daisy?
Jake from State Farm.
And Jake.
I'd like a better rate. That's awesome.
oh my gosh.
Roberta was it. Roberta was
Oh.
it a senior moment.
I don't know about Roberta, but I was having a senior moment. That was horrible.
That's the only way I just can remember Jake,
Jake
and
from
Dave.
State Farm?
Yeah, or Jake and Ren.
I remember Daisy because Daisy is the name of the female character in Mario Brothers the movie, and I watched that movie like religiously when I was a kid. So that always just sticks. Right.
I just
there.
thought, like, Daisy just leaves that lasting impression.
Yeah.
I am sure Dylan would agree with me.
Right.
Okay, let the fun begin.
Yeah, stirring that in there. I guess you could have left the tomato juice in the tomatoes, then you instead.
Who's taking over my stirring for
She
me?
turned old and forgot how electronics work.
Oh no.
I think this is my thing occurring.
Emmett, come here. Emmett is in charge of stirring. You
All right.
stir.
It's mean.
Oh, what's Kevin said? Oh yeah, yeah.
We don't want to.
Don't feel bad. I was having a problem with electronics here too, and speakers and stereos and making things work right. You just spattered me.
Happy for my popsicle.
Ah.
Okay, you all
Well,
can hear
anyway,
me.
I was working on a bunch of upholstery this week. And that's
She
what
can't
I
hear
was
me.
doing all week, and so it's kind of boat related. But then
I'm in the living room and she doesn't know.
it
I know
my
I'm talking
tablet
over
went out.
her.
I think I need Charles to come fix it.
But what she
Kevin,
doesn't
this
know,
channel doesn't
guys,
promote
is I'm
child
about to
labor.
bring out her beautiful upholstery work.
are you serious?
And all you
Kevin?
can see when I bring this out is look,
Who are
There's
you
two left
talking
feet.
about?
out of left and right.
He said dozens.
Yeah.
Who are you talking to?
Here we
Who are
go.
you?
Oh, this channel
Watch her
still
face.
promotes
She's
child
what I'm bringing
labor.
out.
Hey,
Oh,
you aren't supposed to say that.
well. So, anyways, my boat projects, and it never fails because
See?
to this day, every project I've worked on so far, I have messed it up. And I was so happy because I was not touching my jet boat interior because one, the bucket seats were funny at the base and I never reattached the backrest to the seat rest. Then my back seat,
Oh,
I
this,
never
is,
finished.
this is what I was telling you.
Just hold on.
See? Oh, no, we've been talking. The whole time I was out there, we were talking.
The Ren
Rem and I were.
You can't leave the room and talk out there because we're all
Oh,
talking.
I'm pretty sure they heard me.
Well, anyways, so I didn't finish my jet boat because also my back seat, the boxing on my back seat.
See, this has one particular design, right? This
Let me
one,
talk.
That's
Just
a
stop.
whole different.
Back to the back
design.
seat. I didn't finish the back seat because I cut the boxing short on one side, so I never pulled it. So I finished all of that, and then like, okay, that was done, and we needed more white material for this piece, the opposite. It's supposed to be a mirror opposite. And I
Like a
sold
mirror.
it, and I got it all done, and
But
I
it's
was
a
so
mirror.
excited, and I'm like, I'm done. And I went, oh, fudge.
Guys,
I got 2 left feet. Tell me how that, I know how it happened, but
Dylan says, so Rem and I were cruising to Howard City today. We passed an old Freightliner in a driveway that was in really rough shape. Early 80s truck, Rem says. If they gave that truck to John and Katie, they'd have that truck looking brand new in like 4 months.
6 at the rate we're going right now. I'm just saying, give us 6.
as much as I love trucking, I still am
It's not
looking.
where your heart's at.
You know,
Putting behind.
It's a means to an end. Trucking is a means to an end.
hey,
Yeah,
it really is.
yeah,
Okay, that looks like you got that mixed right up.
yeah.
It's hot.
Oh, I gotta get tortillas ready so I can fold your burritos for you, right?
I know.
Are you putting this in the oven? You don't need to because we don't have cheese, so I'm just folding
No,
burritos.
yeah, right. Burritos and put the toppings on them
I'm just
and the enchilada sauce, and we're there. Like,
Okay,
yeah.
okay. Just one plate?
No, that's what was in the plate thing. There's 4 more.
You don't want to leave that handle in there. It's going to turn very hot.
You know what's funny is nobody would ever know it,
20-minute meals by John.
right? I'm pretty good at
That's about, yeah.
20-minute meals.
Your what? Arm. Oh, you poor thing.
Come here. Look, light.
So you fold both ends in and you roll it over and tuck it, and oh, that's hot.
And you don't make a mess.
Right, I didn't make a mess at all. I meant that was a perfect burrito.
That's enough. Like,
These
Okay.
going on one plate here.
yeah, I know, but like.
See, and then you roll it and tuck it, boom. I need a ladle.
I know. You need the. Are you putting the enchilada sauce on before the other stuff?
Isn't that how you do it?
It doesn't matter.
Usually you put the enchilada sauce, the cheese, and then the lettuce and
Yeah.
whatever.
What is that?
That's
Green
enchilada sauce.
Enchilada sauce. Green chili enchilada
I'm
sauce.
used to it being red.
Red, right. This is the green stuff.
Right.
They make more than one kind.
Mine.
No. Wow. That is so mean.
A little bit of jalapeno, a little bit of cilantro.
Hey.
Cilantro. For the onion for crunch.
Oh, we forgot the
And
sour
some
cream.
Sour cream.
We just put. I need a knife.
I don't know if we have salsa actually. How many do you want, Emmett? 1 or 2? 2?
3.
Uno, dos. Emmett. Oh, I missed it. What?
Okay.
Yeah? How many do you want, Owen? Yeah, don't whistle right now. 3. Our bottomless pit.
Well, you know.
The Pit of Doom.
Let's see how this.
There's no bread on it. You need bread. You need the tomatoes.
Oh, you didn't add the tomatoes.
Oh,
Drizzle some tomatoes on
oh,
Fries.
Oh.
it. I'm missing something.
I know. I was thinking that too. That was missing something.
That's not how you spell it.
I thought you were gonna put it in the.
It's because they're hidden over there. They're not with the stuff. See?
You grab them, put them with stuff.
Hey, put 'em over here with the other stuff, so they don't get forgotten.
6.
But he
What?
spelled mint like MENT.
Wait, who meant this?
I don't know. Kevin just says he meant it.
There. You're right. Now it looks. Now it looks like it should.
It's not gonna be the same without the cheese.
Oh, there you go. How many do you want, Abby?
2. Don't put that much into our stuff on it though.
Well, maybe that's a little too much light on it. Is that better? All right. You're out of the hot seat, Abby. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, you move over a little bit. Right in the center.
Kathy says hi, Ellen.
Abby?
No, Kathy.
Oh. Hi, Kathy.
You're welcome. All right. Abby, you are in my seat when you're done. You have to move.
I know she keeps getting kicked out everywhere.
Okay, then I'm gonna move the cutting board over there.
Okay. Now nobody's tried any of the jalapenos that got cut up and put in everything, so this could be wrong.
Disastrous.
I put the jalapenos on. What is that?
Poor
Cries.
Emmett.
They might be hot.
To the basement, Abby. To the basement.
You're all making me hungry tonight, Kathy says.
Oh, I'm telling you. Let's see. What did I have to eat today? I had a piece of bread with butter at 6 this morning. Then I came back out this afternoon. I had 2 pieces of bread toasted in the toaster because we have a toaster finally. Who knew? $10 toaster.
Yep.
Then I had those 2 pieces of bread toasted. And then 20 minutes before the live, I had 4 bites of leftover rice stuff from the other night. Just because my stomach was like rolling. But yeah, I'm hungry. I was ready for this.
Yeah,
Can you put 2 next to each other and one in the back?
it's fine. It's fine. Oh,
Can I turn this off?
yeah. Definitely.
Mm-hmm.
Smells good, man.
Mm-hmm. Wet burritos? Oh yeah. Even without cheese.
Wow. I like it better with the green chili sauce.
Mm-hmm.
It's not bad at
It's
all.
not as spicy.
It's really good.
Oh yeah.
You know, I know what I'm doing tonight.
This beats the Grand any day.
I would dare say the only place to give me a run for the money is El Rancho.
Yeah.
They're good. They're good and they're consistent. So
Mhm. Yep.
this has really good taste. I surprised
both.
One of those I
Okay.
surprised myself.
Right.
Well, let's see, boats. So I have found a supplier for one GM 10
10.
Yanmars, complete with ZF running transmissions on them, brand new, $3,500 a piece.
And we need 2.
We need 2. So,
Kevin said so much.
we've been putting together the list of stuff for the steel boat.
Everything it's gonna need. And it's a small list because we gotta finish taking it apart first.
Yeah. Then it'll get bigger because you'll be breaking stuff as it comes apart.
No.
No, I got it figured out pretty good. Like so I got the solar figured out.
Mhm.
4 big 500 watt solar panels. We're essentially going to put 2,000 watts of solar on the boat. Then we're going to put, I think they're lifetime batteries or whatever from Will Perazzo's website. And they're 460 amp hour batteries, and we're going to put 2 of those on the boat.
Right.
So the panels run, whatever, $300 to $400 a panel. So let's see, that'll be, we'll say 4 would be 8, 16. So yeah, I know it's not 1,600 for the panels. It'd be closer to like $1,200 for the panels. The batteries are expensive though.
Right.
Those big batteries are $1,500 a piece.
Well, Nate, you're close enough. You can tour the boat anytime, but pretty quick here, we're gonna start having videos up of the progress being made on it because I started taking it apart so we can get to the ribs of the steel. Because some of them are
Rusty.
pretty rusty that we gotta, give them a little attention. So you guys are gonna start seeing
I saw some of it.
we're gonna start putting some videos up of making progress on the boat here pretty quick.
What was the company for the water maker? Seawater Pro, right?
Good job.
Seawater, or was it saltwater or seawater? Seawater.
Seawater Pro.
Seawater Pro. Seawater Pro builds the water maker to take salt water to fresh water.
Nice.
That's who we're going to go with for the water maker.
Yep.
I have the Sea Star hydraulic steering for the boat. So we're pretty good on that front. SciTech was the autopilot that we were putting on the boats, fishing boats up here. So I don't know if it's going to be Garmin or SciTech. I don't know which autopilot we're going to use.
There's a few things we need though, like we need some anchor chain and like a lot of little things too.
Sea Anchor. You haven't watched the episode. So I was watching.
I did.
Oh, did you watch the episode of the guy? They're on their way to Hawaii. And
I don't watch the whole thing, but yeah.
they're on their way to Hawaii and they have to take a weather delay in the middle of the ocean. Big storm in front of them on their way to Hawaii, right? He's like, man, we got to stop for a week and let the storm go in front of us. It's a couple 100 miles in front, otherwise we're going to be in the middle of it. So in the middle of the ocean, with no land for 2,000 miles that way, 1,500 miles that way, 10,000 miles that, like they're in the middle of the ocean. Sea Anchor, which a lot of people up here where we live in Michigan, lot of people ain't even really seen a sea anchor,
Right.
but he digs out a 3-foot diameter sea anchor and a couple 100 foot of line. And a sea anchor just looks like an umbrella that you're pulling backwards against the water, essentially. And like you're pulling a funnel. And he puts out a sea anchor with 200 foot of line, and you're just kind of sitting out there. You don't go very far. You're going to go wherever the current's going. And sat out there for, I don't know, was it 5-6 days?
Nate says you learn about them in
Lifeboat.
Lifeboat.
Yeah,
training.
which is true, but that ain't the same as sitting in the middle of the ocean 1,500 miles or 2,000 miles away from Hawaii, putting one out.
Bobbing along.
Bobbing along. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And you never seen somebody so excited about going to sit on a sea anchor through 30 knot winds, and I think it was 15 footers or something, because
No.
that was so much better than going forward into the 50 knot winds and the 30, 40 footers.
Right.
It doesn't sound fun.
Oh.
It sounds like an adventure.
It does.
Sounds like somebody that's
Sounds like-
really easy.
Hey, it sounds like clicks. Hey, I'm watching. He's got me hooked.
It's all in how you tell the tale.
Mhm.
I wouldn't enjoy it at all.
Dead man jokes on
I look at it this
Emmett.
way.
That is not what we meant. I don't know if you guys could hear him. But he's always right on it with little jokes and whatever. He literally just said, dead men tell no tales.
Great. That's how we know they made it to Hawaii. Or they found the GoPro floating months later.
Right. Good job.
I'm telling you what.
I think Emmett's on 6. Did you just make 3 more? Didn't I make you 3 the first time, right?
No.
4.
No, we made
Four?
two the first
4.
time.
He's
Oh, my
enjoying
Lord.
it. Yeah, he's enjoying it. I'm telling you.
I made a taco,
Mm-hmm.
so I had 4 too.
The pan is empty, guys.
Not completely.
Well, I know there's enough for one left.
It's about to be completely empty.
And that was a lot.
I mean, I did have 3. I know when I have 2.
I don't think I'm going to tonight.
They must have been good.
That was amazing. Good food.
No, they're pretty good.
She's always watching.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
All right, I got the last burrito. I almost got enough toppings left for it, kind of.
Watch it.
Yeah, be
And
careful.
watch it.
Well, you know what I need? Would you give me a scoop of sauce? Oh, yeah. Perfect. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Thrown away. Bye. Adios.
You didn't see him taking the pan.
Yeah. Well, I did not learn any new boat information this week.
That's not true at all, you big fibber.
I didn't directly learn any new boat information this week.
I found her, don't listen to her. I found her dream boat and showed it to her. It's on YouTube. It's alive and on YouTube.
Yeah.
What was the name of the diesel engine? Industry.
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 Industry one cylinder.
And twos. They made ones and
And
twos.
fours.
Yeah.
But the ones we were watching were the one cylinders that went in the puffer boats,
Well, they put them in everything.
right?
But
I'm referencing the puffer boats.
the puffer boats,
Yeah,
you know what's funny is
puffers.
other than the 4 people sitting here, probably nobody knows what that means.
Oh, I know, but you don't cut me off. I was getting to that. Jesus.
What's a puffer boat?
A puffer boat is a boat that was used in Scotland on the canals. That when the steam engine came and kind of laid that to waste, they adjusted the boats for steam, and then also went from the canal system out to the coast to bring, like, the Industrial Revolution to all the little islands around Scotland. And they're called puffer boats because they're infamously known for the sound that the one cylinder, or I guess some of them probably had.
I got this. They're called puffers because the early steam engine boats that they used in the early steam engines they used
didn't
in the
have
canals didn't have condensers on them. And so the steam exhaust after the engine, when it came out of the engine, just went straight into the stack. And so every time, the piston went up and down, there'd be a little poof, poof, poof coming out the stack of steam.
Right.
And that's why they called them puffers.
Yes, that's kind of like the canal longboats, but they're not longboats. They're more like a tub, and they're really deep, and they're big. They're big boats, but they're not long and narrow. They're more like a tub shape.
To my recollection, there's 3 different sizes of canals over there. There's the narrow boats, which everybody's seen. The little narrow boats are only like 4 feet wide or whatever.
Yeah.
Wide. Or 5. And then there was like an intermediate size, which is a couple foot bigger. Then there was like a 12-foot beam canal system that didn't go as far, but it was, and that's where the puffer boats really came from.
Well,
they started out with the leftover canal barges that were drawn by 2 horses. And those ones are I think they're like 12 feet wide.
Most of the canals, I think I heard, most of the canals were 66 feet in length or 67. And so they were building, when they started building, when the puffers took on and they started building more and more, because at one point there were like thousands of puffers, they were building them to a 66-foot length.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But where they got their big start, how they even ever became a thing, was there was a bunch of discarded barges that weren't being used.
Right.
And they started repowering the discarded barges and turning them into the puffer steamships. Did you see the video of the museum today? For the narrow boats and the puffers and all, for all those canal style boats, there's actually a video. I'll have to find it. There's a video of the museum, and the museum has the different kinds of engines, and they all work and run. It was pretty cool.
Right. That's more than enough, Abby. That's good. I only wanted like half a glass, but thank you. No, I did not see the museum, but I'm sure if we circumnavigate at some point, we'll stop that way and we can go there in person. Fine.
I can't tell if you mean that metaphorically or is that like me making a lap around the couch to the TV and back to the couch?
No, I wasn't being mean at all. No, I was being literal. I don't know. My dream circumnavigation, although I don't want to deal with the Houthis and the pirates around the Suez Canal there, and round India and all that stuff. But I want to go up through into the Mediterranean and enter into all the French lock systems and go through the lock systems and come out and then go swing by Ireland and then back, you go Greenland and then down around to the east coast of the United States here and probably in through New York, past the Statue of Liberty and down through the Erie Canal. That would be cool. Although, coming from somebody who gets extremely seasick, hopefully by that time I've gotten over it because that's a rough ride. So, I mean, maybe not every day, but yeah.
Just have everyone wearing an iPhone.
Yeah, right?
I'll do that.
Yeah. Yeah, there's nothing to mess around about. It's serious stuff, serious business.
Yeah.
So, what are the firearm laws on a private vessel in international waters? I do not think there are any. Are there?
Well, what you run into,
Oh, and arrow.
Bow and arrows.
no,
I don't know that there are there?
international waters ain't a problem.
Right, it's when you go into port.
When you go into a
declare
country.
everything. Right.
They just have to leave them on an island. Stash them away like pirates.
Well, I think you have to leave them on your boat or they have the right to confiscate them.
Traveling with weapons is a whole
Yeah,
another, I mean, that's,
yeah.
It's kind of one of those things you don't want to get into if you don't have to.
you can, I mean, for sure, you can travel with weapons, for sure. It ain't a big thing.
The thing is, like, anything can be a weapon. So I mean, even if you don't have like a handgun or whatever, like, yeah, you have knives in the kitchen for cooking. You have, like, if you're spearing animals, you have a spear gun. Like, you're gonna have weapons on your boat. But it just, I guess it just depends on what kind and how you view the item, how you view it to effectually hurt somebody, I guess.
It's kind of a fun game to play. What could be a weapon? Just about anything.
Just about anything.
Just about anything could be a weapon.
It's like the truck driving with a gun, but worse. Yeah, probably.
See that?
Well,
Yeah. Yeah, if you're getting run up on by a group you're talking about want more than a kitchen knife. Well,
hey, what are you gonna do? How am I gonna get on there? I mean, I'm a lethal weapon.
we're not too old for this shit. We're not too old for this shit.
Dude, we're gonna say that every day.
You gotta will it. You're registered, John? No.
I'm glad that went that way. Could have went down that other. I'm glad you went that way with that.
You're registered. Why do I keep making my R's W's? For some reason, I cannot make the R sound tonight.
Oh, he took my
I'm a
case.
registered-
The orange case went downstairs, didn't it?
Yes, it did. Oh, yeah, that's technically, I guess, a weapon too, huh?
The flare
A
gun.
flare gun. Yeah.
The flare gun, man. Captain Ron shot a hole right through his deck with one. Or no, Martin Short did. He was going to shoot Captain Ron with
Elmer
it.
Fudd. No, I have not been watching any cartoons lately, any Looney Tunes, miraculously. But yeah.
No, let's see here. I've thought about it, like, I mean, yeah, you want to be able to defend yourself, but
It depends, I guess. If it's a boat of like 2 or 3, maybe. But if you get a boat of like 10 or 12 people come up on you, I mean,
That's when you just.
what are you gonna do? You're already outnumbered, I mean,
Well,
it depends on if you got a fighting
the
chance,
160-year-old guy down off Columbia, who's now dead, unfortunately, but he did
there
fend
is
off 3 pirate attacks
Right,
by
but
himself.
His death has not been
Right.
proven to be by the pirates at this point.
Yeah, right. That's
Because
true.
he took off and left harbor in the middle of a storm.
Right. because he didn't want
Kevin
to go
says
out when
just
the weather was nice and get
And get hit by
With
pirates,
pirates
again. Off of Colombia.
right.
Kevin says just don't travel under the American flag.
Yeah.
Let's see here. trying to think. Somali and
Yeah,
Put up
that's
your
what I was
Somalian
trying to think of
flag.
earlier, yeah.
Right.
now that might get you shot.
Whatever, Somalia, off the coast of Colombia,
A Nigerian flag, Panamanian. I don't know. No, there's right now on YouTube. You can find it. There's 2 cases, literally in the last month, of people dying out there. One was a couple that got boat jacked.
But they got boat jacked by
Right.
ex-cons that just got released from prison.
Escaped.
Or escaped, yeah. They
Escaped
did get
and got
released, you're right.
boat jacked and
They
killed.
They escaped.
And that wasn't even in that bad of an area. That was out
No.
there somewhere just south of Martinique, one of the islands out there. It wasn't even like Venezuela or
No.
Colombia. Right? No, it was actually like in a pretty, what's
I
known as a
think-
pretty
I think
good
it
area
was
of the
in
Caribbean.
Martinique.
That
I
or
think
they
they
ended
were
up there.
docked at Martinique.
That or right around there, and they
Yeah.
got boat jacked, and they're dead. I mean,
Yeah.
they're dead. But I mean, that's no different than getting. I mean, you're more likely to drive through Chicago and get carjacked than you are boat jacked. And then the other case, though, that is the guy, the old guy out of that got killed out of Colombia, and it's kind of a sad story. It's on YouTube right now. There's a couple different posts about it here and there. I've run across it. He was 60-some years old, sailed around the world a couple times, but he was not sailing nice equipment. He didn't even have like a wind pilot, I don't think. And like I listened to like the whole interview with him, and like how he was sailing
Yeah.
that boat was
No.
really questionable.
No electronics. He was using a sextant and childhood world maps or atlas. Childhood atlas.
like he was, he didn't
He
even.
was experienced, but he had no up-to-date equipment at all.
He's like, I didn't even go into this country because I didn't have a map to go in there.
Right.
So he just skipped like whole countries and stuff, and like,
Wow.
I mean, proof that even the dummies can do it sometimes. Get lucky. I mean, I think that's what happened in the end was his luck ran out more than anything, in more ways than one. But it was really sad because the guy that interviewed him after he was attacked the first 2 or 3 times by the pirates, it was all in one thing. He got attacked. They climbed on his boat, I think, while he was sleeping because he doesn't remember him coming aboard.
2 different boats.
Right,
At 2
and-
different times.
And so when he got up the first time, when he come to, he still had his phone, and he called his friend back home, and they called the Swedish security something. They got a hold of the military in Colombia, Navy in Colombia that came out there in the end. But so the first time they beat him and just left him on the boat and stole whatever. The second time, I guess, when he woke up, they had took the boat in tow. And I think one of them was even on there because he had like another altercation with them.
Somebody stabbed him.
Right.
And he
Okay.
kind of fought back enough to get up and cut the rope on his boat.
Right. And the other guy got off. He got like, that's the big thing. What are you willing to do should that day come? Are you going to just lay down and hope for mercy, or are you going to fight? And they're hoping in the end that you just lay down.
Right.
Now, I've thought about this. When we leave, we shouldn't leave with one flare gun. Because I probably have, when it comes to old, out-of-date flares,
Oh, that's
I probably got at least 100 rounds.
And
I mean, if they could get past the flares,
and a flare gun from like 1940
Yeah, the heavy
that could
metal
probably do some damage.
that'd probably sink a boat. I mean,
Sink a boat.
that's not even the 12. That's some homemade thing.
Yeah.
That's just crazy insane.
Yeah.
But just normal, out-of-date 12 gauge flares,
Yeah.
I probably got 100.
Oh yeah. Easy.
And they're going on the boat. I mean, they're going on the boat. Like
You need one though that you can get off.
We'll burn their
shots.
retinas out as they're like, well, we can get out 3 shots because we'll take 3 flare guns with us.
Yes, dude.
You
know,
need one that's like a revolver. You get like 3 loads in there or 6 loads in there and just start shooting them all with. Maybe you can get them in the pie hole or something, you know.
Dude, you don't want to get hit by a flare. That's burning magnesium.
Yeah.
Nothing puts that fire out.
No.
Well, if you're trying to survive for your life, I'm sure the pirates, you know. I mean, I would not hesitate to aim a flare gun at a pirate. At all.
Oh shit! No, we're gonna aim though. Aim high. Aim for the head,
Well, that's
and
what
then
I
if
said.
it
The
dips,
pie hole. I was
right.
aim for the pie hole when they're yelling at you to put your weapon.
Well, and I don't care. It might just be a flare,
Kevin says we should build me a cannon for the boat.
but I promise that if that flare is aimed at your head and coming at, it doesn't look this big around. When that thing's shot at you and it's coming directly at you, I guarantee it looks like the sun is headed towards your head.
Kevin, you know the pirates ship that's heading after the boat and Captain Ron at the end when they're leaving Cuba? You build me a cannon like that. I know that's like a machine gun on the front of theirs, but you build me a cannon like that with a great big tripod and everything. You just mount on the front of my boat. It'd be great.
Well, and then you gotta wonder if you do get attacked, what are you getting attacked by? Because your boat's steel. And so if it comes to steel, wood, or fiberglass, you win when it comes to rock, paper, scissors there. So if they're coming after you, just turn and head towards them.
Yeah.
And then while you're running them down, you're shooting flares at them.
Right?
Yeah, well, you're not running them down at 6 or 7 mile an hour. It's not very fast.
I mean, short of off the coast of Somalia and a couple other places, is it Nigeria? It's not Nigeria, but there's another one. There's a couple countries over off Africa that you don't want nothing to do with.
Right.
That being said, though, I mean, you're a little boat, and you don't even have like. Sailboats have a mast that could reflect the signal and be seen, you know. But when you're talking about like her cabin cruiser, from the roof to the water is like 8 feet or something. I don't even think it's 8. Yeah, it's probably about 8 feet from the roof to the water.
Yeah.
From that perspective, the horizon over the hump is 3.5 miles. So if you take 2 boats that size and 2 people standing on there with 7-foot line of sight, one boat can't start to see the other boat until they're about 7 miles apart, 7-8 miles apart, you know. And if you're even lower to the water, it's less. Right. So I mean, if you're 20 miles offshore, who knows you're out there? Right. Especially if you're not broadcasting AIS. And that's what everybody does when they go past they turn off anything that broadcasts an identification signal, and they just become a hole in the water out there 20, 30, 40 miles offshore. You know, it'd be the equivalent of going down the Wisconsin side of Lake Michigan if there was pirates on this side, you know. And if you try and find something out in the lake, let me tell you, especially a boat, a small 30-foot boat, that's a small hole in the water.
Pretty hard to find.
What are you smiling about? See you thinking?
Nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing.
But the flare gun and 100 old flares.
Yeah.
I like that idea.
I mean, well, and that's in that video.
Nate says, I'm sure Bill would slap you something up on the leg. He's fired off a few of honest cannons. Right?
Well, and did you ever see that 25 caliber zip pistol that was cut like a Maglite?
No.
Yeah. Sally, she's long dead and gone, but that was her Chicago gun. She had a brass Maglite, a mini mag, right? But it wasn't a mini mag. And they made it, put a little. It looked like a like you literally would grab it and not know it was a gun. It looked like a flashlight. I mean, I've literally seen people grab that and try and turn it on at her house. It wasn't loaded, looked like they're like, this won't turn on. That's not a flashlight. But you could, like, if you really, really thought you were going to end up in a close combat, hand-to-hand situation, I mean, you could put a zip gun on. I wouldn't. That one was only was that a 22 or 25? I think that was a 22. But hey, so, but like
either way, safety out there is important. It's a wild world.
Right. Like you could do it like a 38 zip gun. The neat thing about zip guns, it's kind of a neat thing. It's an annoyance when you have to use them. But like that 22 zip gun that she had, like the barrel was like 1.5 inches. So yeah, it's just shooting a little. I mean, it was designed to just grab it off the dash and put it in somebody's face and go zip and drive away. Like if you were being jacked or whatever. Right. Is what it was designed for. It was a flashlight. Let me grab my flashlight. My wallet's down here somewhere. You grab the flashlight and just put it right in your face and go zip. And with that little short barrel, the bang was just enormous. Right. Because the powder's not all burnt when the bullet, so it's just bang, So yeah, I mean, you could like, I would think about that. I would think about carrying a small zip gun on the boat. But honestly, I think your best line of defense without carrying real guns, because here's the other thing that you get into with carrying real guns. Say there's an attempted boarding somewhere. Say they try and get on your boat. Say you got some guns and you repel them. You may end up arrested and in court in some other country than your own with all kinds of legal litigation. Right. Now, I'm not saying that you couldn't end up in
thinking that way. I was thinking.
I'm not saying that you couldn't end up in the same boat with a flare gun. But I'm kind of more stoked about the flare gun idea because I've seen Mythbusters where they shoot at the car and shoot the gas tank and try and make it explode, and all they do is put holes in the gas tank and the gas runs around. I'm hoping they got a leaky fuel tank when I shoot that flare gun in their boat. Because I guarantee that hot red flare is going to ignite something. Those burn. And if they're close to you, if they're in 10 foot from you trying to get up to you to board your vessel, I mean, you just start popping red hot flares in the bottom of their boat, you're going to get their attention. Mm-hmm. Or in their cabin, or in their pants, or
you can't put them out with no water.
Yeah, right. They don't go out. They're burning for 30 seconds or a minute.
Dylan says I'm suddenly in the mood to watch Pirates of the Caribbean. All this pirate talking cannons.
Right.
And then for the big poobah, if you can find a couple, I will look. I will make some inquiries before I go anywhere. But if you can find the big handheld rocket parachute flares, and them suckers are they're like that big around. They're like 2 inches around. And they literally are. You pop the thing, you pull the string as you hold it up, and it just shoots this rocket way up in the air. And it's making noise, and it's glowing, and the parachute pops. I'm telling you, that's like, if the flare gun is just like your 12 gauge flares, then that's like your bazooka. That's like, I mean, you want a couple of those too.
Your best defense is a 2-inch water pump with 3 or 4 nozzles, said Kevin.
Well, I mean, if you run across a bunch of guys with AKs, you're in trouble.
Right.
But But that's just it. Now separate from the ones that are taking the ships down over off Somalia, most of the pirate encounters that I have heard about in like the Caribbean and other parts of the world, most of the time, they're not like heavily armed pirates coming aboard vessels. A lot of times they're poor people and nothing more than a skiff with an outboard. And where they usually get on a vessel is, and like in the one case, solo-handed sailor, and
Right.
he's not at the helm. And they get on the vessel and you don't even know they're on the vessel.
Mhm.
Which that wouldn't be a case because there'd be somebody on watch at all times on our vessel.
Yeah.
Right. And with that,
Yeah.
that covers pirates.
Pirates.
Oh, till next week, guys. We love y'all.
Bye.
We're gonna wind her up here. You got anything else to add? Two left feet.
Don't forget to like and subscribe.
Oh, yeah.
Check out our videos and join us every Friday for dinner and a boat.
Oh, you know, I was gonna say that earlier, guys. I keep forgetting. Like next week, Kevin, remind me. Like 5 minutes in, hit the like button. But with that, guys, good night.
Good night, Irene.
Good night, Irene.